I am currently watching the preliminary hearing for Tyler Robinson and the Charlie Kirk assassination and giving you guys a recap, starting off with Charlie Kirk's parents. They did arrive, and they arrived separately from Erica Kirk. Judge Graff starts off with all of the rules, basically saying this is what we can and can't do in the courtroom. Brad Grenander, who is the Chief Deputy Utah County Attorney, started off by saying to the judge that there are several exhibits for today, and these are mostly videos from September 10th. The videos will be shown on a monitor in a way so that the press can't capture the actual footage that the people in the courtroom are watching. The first witness gets called to the stand. His name is Chris Badgley. He was a senior officer at the Utah Valley University at the time that Charlie Kirk was assassinated. The first several questions to Officer Chris Badgley is basically just asking him to describe the campus, getting an idea of how familiar with the campus he is. So the officer uses a drone image of the Utah Valley University taken in December to set the scene, including a parking garage and a campus building. But Tyler Robinson's team argues that he hasn't actually shown that he took the photo himself or that it accurately depicts the campus. Judge decides to use it as evidence, saying that Officer Badgley has firsthand knowledge of the area, so he is allowing it to be used. Officer Badgley says that on the day of the shooting, he got to work at around 11 a.m., and his job was to secure an area near a campus building called the Hall of Flags. Again, the officer is using drone images to describe where these locations are and answering questions whether there is clear line of sight or view between different places on the campus in the courtyard where Charlie Kirk was shot. So Officer Badgley says he could see the right side of Charlie Kirk as he was speaking to a person in the audience. The officer heard the gunshot and he said chaos erupted. People got up, started running. Within a few moments, Officer Badgley says he heard officers over the radio say that someone was in custody, so he began assessing the crowd for injuries. And then he went on to say that he began working to preserve the crime scene. This part is interesting. He spotted a pistol holster that had been left on the ground, but knew that he had heard a rifle shot rather than a pistol shot. He also goes on to say that he spotted something out of place on the rooftop. Right before the courtroom takes a break, Officer Badgley says that shortly after the shooting in September, he runs up the public staircase to reach the roof of the Lossie Center building, which he also knew had a clear line of sight to the location where Charlie Kirk was assassinated. He says he spotted something on the roof that looked out of place to him. It was a red and black screwdriver. So just as a heads up, Charlie Kirk's parents and Erica Kirk left the courtroom before the shooting was described. Also something to note, since you're not going to see people sitting in the courtroom, rather you're just going to see the judge and the witness, Tyler Robinson's parents are actually sitting a few rows behind Erica Kirk and Charlie Kirk's parents. Anyways, I will continue to recap the preliminary hearing. Follow along.